Hi everyone, Colleen here. I just want to share this little card with you. I call it a bouquet. I found it on Pinterest and I just thought it was just delightful. Yeah, a bouquet of flowers I've called it. I just looked up my notes. I just wanted to share it with you today. This is using the beautiful friendship paper, but I'm actually going to use today the Central Park one. So this is Central Park. So we've got the beautiful spotty paper on one side and the dashes on the other, which I think are quite sweet. And now our card measures 4 inches by 11 and then scored at 5.5. This piece here measures 5.5 by 3 3/4. And then for the bouquet, this is 3 by 3 inch square, and we're going to score it at 1.5 down to the point. The bashful piece measures 4 inches by 1.5, and that'll go across the card. And then we've got this piece here measures 3.5 by 3/4 of an inch. We're going to dovetail that bit there. And where I've got the green on here, I'm actually going to use yellow in this one. And that measures 1/2 inch by 2.5. We've got a little bit of silver that measures 1/4 inch by 2.25 inches. And then I've cut out using the beautiful, I love it, documented. It's thrilled to bits. We've actually got flower shapes in it, and I think it's just the most lovely stamp set. It's got some great sayings in it. Truly great friends are hard to find, difficult to leave, and impossible to forget. Now, isn't that the truth? But this is what I loved about it, because it had these 3 flowers in it. Plus it's got a border, so you can see that there. And it's got the 2 larger flowers. But I just really love these. And it's going to work absolutely perfectly with this one today. These ones here I actually cut out of the cricket. And the other set that you could use is from the beautiful friendship. If you don't have any of these, you could use, and you've got this set, you could cut out that little flower there by hand. And I'm just using that little bit out of it today to do the centres of the flowers. So I just think it's really sweet. That's the beautiful friendship scrapbooking one. And then we're just using my all-time favourite one, short and sweet. Gosh, I hope they don't get rid of this one. But we're using the happy birthday out of that. And the other one we're using is just the small, a small tag to go on the front. So there, with the happy birthday stamped in it. And some burlap ribbon. What have I just... Oh, here we are. Some burlap ribbon. I've just pulled it apart and pulled off 2 strands so that we can wind it around and tie it up. So that's all there is. The inks today are Pacifica, and we're going to go around the flowers in Bashful, even though it is on not Bashful, Blossom, around on the Bashful. I wanted that slightly darker tone, and that's all it took to cut out. I just put the 2 together and I ended up with 8 flowers, but I only need about 7 because I'm actually, one's meant to be here. So let's get started. Right, so we'll put our card together. What have I done with my... I've lost my tape runner. Can you wait one moment, please? I'll go and get it. I found it right where it was, next to me. That'll be right. So here we go. I'll just attach that to the front of the card. Now it's just plain white daisy cardstock that I'm using. Try and make it equal on either side. If you line it up, it should be about 1/4 inch on either side. Like so. And then this comes up about 1 inch from the bottom. I'll have the light darker side up. And that will put that about 1 inch up from the bottom. Just on there. Ooh. Like so. And then we'll dovetail the ends of these. I need to cut that one back that. Now the colour in there is lemon, but I've actually gone and used canary, but I like that slightly. I didn't want it too heavy a colour with the bashful. So I'll just attach these on. And they can go about, so about a 1/4 inch down. And this one here can go towards the bottom, about halfway. And then a little bit of silver. And that'll fit just here, over the top. And that'll do for that bit at the moment. Now we're going to stamp our small thing cut. Because there it is, it's ever so tiny. Such a tiny little thing. So there it is. That's our little 1 inch tag. Couldn't think what it was called. So there's that. Now we'll stamp that with the happy birthday. Now I want to have it so that it sits off to the side. So I'm going to stamp it in this direction. And I'm going to stamp that in the excuse my head for a minute. There we are. So that'll go on there, and while we've got this ink out, we'll lay out our little flowers and we'll just stamp the centre. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, there's 8. I'll do 8, but I don't need 8. And just put a little stamp in the middle of each one. Right, put that away. Look at our sponge and our blossom ink. And we'll just gently go around the edges. On the other card I've actually sponged. The flowers are canary, but I've sponged around them with saffron because I wanted them to have that darker look. See the difference it just makes just by inking up and just making them a little bit deeper in colour. And yes, I do end up with some funny coloured fingernails after this. The other day I'd been inking up leaves, my word, my hands were green. But the leaves look good, and that was the main thing. Now once we've done that, we'll put these aside and then we'll make up the bouquet. Well, the lady called it the cone, so I'm not worried about that blue bit of ink on there, because if I use it, it'll get tucked down on the inside and you won't see it. So there's all our flowers done. I'll move them over there out of the way. Now we'll just take this and we're going to make a mark. So if we lay it on here, and because I know it's 3 inches, so I'm going to come in to 1.5 inches and make a mark there, and 1.5 inches and make a mark there. And I'll get my trimmer, my scoreboard, where I've made the mark. I'm going to lay it there and score down to that point, and find the other one, which is here. Lay that in there in the groove and just score down to that point. And then I'm just going to fold that side in and then fold that side over, and there's your bouquet. I mean, how cool is that? And then we're just going to get some 3D foam dots, which I had out before. Get out. Here's some. I'm just going to place a couple, one there and one down here, because I wanted to have it a slightly puffed up look. I don't want it to look flat. There we are, so it'll sit like that. But then that will just sit onto the front of the card there like so. It'll sit like that. And you won't see this because it's going to be covered in flowers. So we will use a glue dot. And we'll attach some of our twine. So I'll pick up a glue dot with I'm going to pop that in about there. Pop that into the glue dot and just wind it around and around. Now, can I get one more out of it? Hang on a minute. 1, 2. Oh, yep, there we are. So I can get 4 strands around. Then I'm just going to add some adhesive. I'm going to stick that to the front of the card about there, like so. I'll leave that because I'll need that in a minute. And now we're just going to take some glue dots, and our first flower will go here at the top. Always start with your back ones and then work your way down. So that's your first one, and then you'll have 2, one here, and one here, and then we'll have 3. So we'll have one here, one over this side. Oh, get that one tucked in, that's the one with the spot on it. And then one in the middle. Now, I've got some little leaves here that I just cut out of the cricket. Any type of leaf will do. I just grabbed a whole bunch of these. And I'm just going to add... Oh, and just slide these under and stick them on wherever you want them to go. Oh, I wanted the light side up. Rats. One off because it's the wrong colour. I want the light side up. And these are made out of New England ivy. I would have liked them in the willow, but I was too lazy to cut some more. And I thought, well, I had a whole bag full of these. I got a bit carried away the other day and cut about 300, so now I've got enough leaves to last me for ages. Like I said, just put them wherever you like. Just pop them in. No, not that one. I'm going to add it just to the end of that one. I'm going to sit it just in here. Just will sit up slightly, so that'll do for that. And then I'll take our last flower, add some adhesive onto the back, attach some little leaves to it. Sit that just down in there. This is what should have happened on the other one, but I didn't have it. Now, to do our little, we're just going to thread this through, tie it in a knot, make a nice little bow. Keep working at it till you get just the perfect size. Trim off the excess. Get a glue dot. And attach that to the front like so. Did I? No, I just left it like that. And if you want, and you've got some, which I haven't at the moment. Oh, I know what I should have done here. Oh, nearly. Just give me a minute while I fix this one up. Come on up, come on. I was lucky I got that off without actually tearing it. 3D foam dot, that's what I should have done. Oh well, things happen. There we go. Ta-da! And there we have it. A nice easy little card that looks pretty cute. Didn't take very long to make. And all the information on how to make this will be up on my blog. It's at colsey'scraftycorner.wordpress.com. Feel free to go over and have a look. All the instructions, the measurements, even the little thing to show you where you need to score for the little that thing, the cone, will be all up on my blog. So till next time, keep on creating, and bye for now.